26650 battery cell. As you can see here, this is our 26650 series. The label's here. You can kind of see it. It is 4,000 milliamp, 3.2 volt lithium iron phosphate battery, 26650. So we'll test this one next. All right, so we are going to do a power and range test for the JGNE 26650 lithium iron phosphate cell. So that's LiFePO4 battery cell. So let's start with the range test first. Now, of course, I have to build the test out. So we want to do this the correct way. So if you come to rechargeable power energy, go to cylindrical battery cells. And if you come here, scroll down so you see the JGNE cell. And if you go to our specification page, you'll see the spec sheet. This is very different than the battery cells we've done in the past. In the past, we did the lithium poly cells. This one is a lithium iron phosphate, so it has a lot more cycles. You can see here at the top, the depth of discharge. It's about 10,000 cycles, 2,000 for 100%, 4,000 for 80%, 7,000 times for 50%. So that's the cycle characteristics. Let's kind of get started with the program. So we'll go to single start. Not like the one we had before, so let's start new. I always like to start off with a rest period. We're going to do rest for 1 minute. Nothing else we need here. Then we're going to do a constant current, constant voltage. If you see my videos in the past, you kind of see the way I build my test out. So the voltage is 3.65. That's all lithium iron phosphate. You can double check that here. I'll go over, type in 3.65. You'll see that the cutoff voltage is 3.65. So that's where we'll cut the battery off. It says until 0.01 C, but I don't know if the machine let me go that far down. 0.1 cutoff current, no. Let's say 0.2, no. 0.1, no. 0.2. All right, so that's the closest we can get. Let's see if they let us do 1.5. No. All right, so 0.2 is fine for a taper current. I like to be a little bit closer, but again, that's fine. We'll be able to cut that off and make sure it's close to 3.65. All right, the next one, we're going to select the current. We're only going to do 2 amps for this. We're only going to do 2 amps both times. I want to always stress that charging slower is better. So we're just going to do 2 amps for, this is going to be the range test first. Sorry, the range test first, and then followed by the power test. So we go to rest. We'll do 15 minutes here. 15 minutes here. Nothing else needs to be done. Now the battery is fully charged. We are able to discharge it. So for discharge, the mode we're going to put is just constant current. So you can see here they got constant voltage, constant power, constant current, constant voltage discharge. We're just going to do constant current discharge. Simple as that. Constant current discharge. We're going to go down 1 amp, so slower, but we just want to do a range test. We want to verify that the capacity is where it's supposed to be. The cutoff voltage is right here. Yep, 2.5 volts. So we can verify this too. We go 2.5 volts. Yep. Discharge cutoff voltage is 2.5 volts. So you can see that here. So we'll follow that here. We don't necessarily need to set it for some time. We could just put it into a rest mode. But what it's going to do is it's going to constantly put 1 amp of current out until it reaches 2.5 volts. So you don't really need to set a time here. The next one, we're going to rest for 10 minutes. I'll do 15. I like to give it a little extra rest. Then the next thing we're going to do is charge back up so we have our constant, so we can do our power test. The range test here, we're going to do our power test. See if I can just copy here. See if I can copy. Paste. No, it's fine. I won't be lazy. Manual copy. 2 amps. 0.2. All right. If I can make notes, I cannot make on. I need to. All right. So come back here. We're gonna rest for 15. Actually, I want to test this faster, so we're gonna do 15 is fine. And then here now is the power. So we're gonna come down here and we're going to go same thing, constant current discharge, and we're going to select 12 amps. This one is this is what it can handle. Let's make sure. Let's go to 12 amps. Capital A. No. Say max discharge. Okay, so if you go max continuous discharge current is 12 amps, only for one single cell. Post discharge current is 20 amps. I may do this in a later series. You guys can, talk to me in the comments. If you want to see me do post discharging, I can. Today I'm just going to do 12 amps. We're just testing the power out. We're not going to do the burst discharging. So 2.5 is the cutoff voltage again, and at 12 amps, and we're going to rest. We're going to rest a little longer here this time because this 12 amps is a lot for a single cell to handle. Okay. Clock number in there up. So, oh, that's not right. But 30. All right. And then now we're going to do constant current to 3.2, which should be the nominal. Yep, standard voltage is 3.2 volts. So we're going to bring it back here. We're going to do this for 2 amps and 0.2. That's the program. Let's go ahead and get this set up so that way we can test this battery cell for the power and range test. All right, now that we finished the program, we can hit start and we can say okay. You'll see it go into rest mode and it's registering 3.3 volts. And as you can see, it is here on channel 4. All right, so you'll see this go to green after it hits the minute. Yep, there it is. You'll see at the top it's 3.3 volts and 2 amps, like I said. So it's going to do that until it goes through the other conditions in the other modes. And we'll see what the results of our power and range test for the 26650 battery cell for the JGNE, brought to you by RPE, Rechargeable Power Energy. All right, so our battery is done. It's finished testing. We can come over here and we'll go into the notes of the battery results. All right, so here we have the test results. I'll try to speak up. I am in the factory here at RPE, so I have a lot of machine learning in the background. Kind of go over the results of the range power test for the JGNE. So here's the graph. We have some nice curves here, like what I'm seeing here. So let's dive into the data. So we look at the fourth step. This would be the fourth step with our range test. You can see we have a discharge capacity of 1 amp draw. Kind of see that here. Just point it out so you can see them all. So 0.99 is basically 1 amp, and that's a negative number, meaning it's drawing from the battery. And if you go over to capacity, click that, you'll see that the range test was 4.2, so really good, solid. We're expecting 4,000 milliamps. Scroll over, that's going to be a lot of stuff. I'll put a lot of numbers. But see that last final step, it went from data point 220 to 732, exactly 4 hours and 15 minutes, which translated to 4.2 minute capacity of range. So range test is a pass, really great. Love to see those high numbers. Go down to our power test, which is step number 8. Close this one out. And 8 has a lot quicker. As you can expect, 12 amps is really pushing a lot on one battery cell. We wanted to see if we can handle it. So 1042 to 1083 lasted exactly 20 minutes time. This was negative 11.99 amps, and our capacity was, sorry, it's this column. So capacity started at 0 and it finished at 3.99. So perfect, right at 4 amps. So these battery cells are verified here at Rechargeable Power Energy, and this is the results of the range power test.